We all like to save $1 here and there. If you don't mind not using gourmet items, just basic stuff, so you can feed 4 people for $5 a meal. You got to work on it, and you got to really cut a few corners here and there, but you're not going to starve. So if you're just starting out, you know, a college kid, or you're just trying to save $1, or like me, you like the challenge, this is for you. 3-in-1 meals, quick: spaghetti, fish and chips, and grilled cheese. So the first one we're going to do is spaghetti, of course. Fairly easy. In a pot, I've got a little bit of water and a pound of hamburger. And if you want to go cheaper, go with 3/4 pound. I mean, you could even go down to half, and if you really want to save some money, you can literally eliminate the meat, and that'll get you through. But I do like it with hamburger. So to it, we're going to add a celery stalk, some mushrooms that I had to use up, and about 3/4 of the medium onion I had chopped up. We're going to mix that around with the hamburger. Once it's cooked, of course, we're good to go. And in a pot, we are going to boil this spaghetti, about a half a bag. And I tend to break them up in half. I find it easier to work with and not quite as sloppy when you're trying to twirl it on your fork. And you're going to mix it, turn it down, keep it on a simmer, and just keep your eye on it. So to the hamburger sauce, we're going to add some salt and pepper. Give that a mix. And then we're going to grab a jar of spaghetti sauce, of course, just 1 jar. That's more than enough. Now when you get to the end, there's always stuff at the bottom that just doesn't come out. Grab a little bit of water, not much. Swirl around in the jar and pour that into the pot. That'll give you a little bit more sauce. We're also going to add the last of the onions that we saved. And just because some are going to be really soft, some are going to be crunchy, and my family and I like it that way. The pasta's ready. We're going to strain it all. From there, look at that. That's how much you get from that little bit of pasta. That's more than enough for 4 people. So we're going to take our bowl, we're going to spread some pasta on the bottom and some spaghetti sauce on top. And there's our first $5 meal. That'll feed 4 people for sure. So the second one up is fish and chips. Now, okay, it may not be authentic English fish and chips, but this is the way my grandmother used to chop up the French fries, and this is the way I kind of know how to do it, with a little twist. So there's the fish fillets that I got at the grocery store. You know, they come caught, skinned, and sealed in plastic, makes it easier. We're going to do 4 fillets. They're frozen, but we're going to let them thaw out. So on a baking sheet, we're going to spread out all of our potatoes and add a little bit of, well, you don't even need to add oil, but you can add a little bit of oil to the top. And into the oven they go. 400 for about 45 minutes. You want to turn them halfway through. So here's our now thawed fish fillets, and we're going to cut them in half, mostly because it's easier for me to work with, but you don't have to. You can. Now I'm going to deep fry them. You can also put these in the oven along with your fries, about 20 minutes to a half an hour. Throw a little salt and lemon on them. That'll work out just fine. But I want to deep fry them, so we're going to make a mix. 1/2 cup of flour and 1/2 cup of pancake mix. Oh, and some pepper and garlic too. Some of the recipes call for club soda or a beer. I don't have either, but I mean, if you got it on hand, use it. You want to put enough water that it's not too runny and it's not too sticky. Now we put some oil in a frying pan. Like I said, you can bake these in the oven to make it even cheaper. You want, and I reuse the oil too. Once it starts bubbling, it's ready to go. So we're going to put our fish in. Always let it fall away from you so you don't get that oil splatter on you. That would hurt a lot. And we're going to deep fry these things. Halfway through the process, we are going to flip them over. Oh, that looks good already. Can't wait till they're cooked. So now we flipped them. We're going to let them finish cooking. I mean, the fish doesn't really take that long to cook, but once the batter's nice and brown, you want to take them out. And here's our French fries out of the oven, and here is our dish. Another $5 for 4 people. That's not a bad meal right there. The last one is simple. I'm sure a lot of people have done it. If you haven't, you're not going to get much simpler than this. 1 can, 2 cans of tomato soup, your choice. And of course, you need water to go with it. Now, some people say, well, you need milk. I don't even do that. Even regular, I don't do that. So there's your tomato soup. There's more than enough there for 4 people for 4 servings. We're going to mix it around and let it heat up while we're making our grilled cheese. Now, I learned this trick a long time ago because I kept making a mess. But what you do is you butter the sides you need, but you pile them up on top of each other and you flip them around. That way they're ready to go. They're all buttered. You're not making a mess on the counter flipping them around. There you go. So you get everything ready to go ahead of time, including the cheese. Now I've also got my frying pan warmed up and ready to go. That way it's hot, because obviously you want the bread to grill properly. Once we've got our cheese out and ready to go, I can only do it 2 at a time, so in goes the bread. You want to put the cheese on top, of course. And I grabbed a 3rd piece of cheese just because why not put more cheese in it. So once it's halfway cooked, oh, look at that. You got to get really good at flipping, and there we go. They look nice and golden brown. Now we want them to cook on the other side, and there is our grilled cheese and our tomato soup. Meal number 3. $5 for 4 people. I think I want to go make grilled cheese now. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching so much. As always, subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, give me a like. Leave a comment below. Ring the bell. That'll tell you the next time I upload a video. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now.